The drones are coming, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they're here. They're here already above the cities of New Jersey. And we're going to talk about that tonight on the report from Tiger Mountain. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the drone situation in New Jersey and in America. Now, obviously, it's probably a few weeks old, this story now, by the time this report goes to air, but it was a fascinating confluence of events. There were, dozens, if not hundreds, of strange-looking drones floating around above New Jersey recently and in other American states. And then the American government, when asked what they are, claimed they had no idea what it is, which I think is absolute bullshit, for example. I think they do know what they are, but obviously it's probably at some level of secrecy. There have been different theories that have kind of floated out through independent media. One of them is that they were looking for some kind of dirty bomb or some kind of, maybe a nuclear weapon or a nuclear materials that were somehow on the loose in New Jersey. Now that is of course true, and maybe they were looking for that. Maybe they found them. Obviously the drones I think have died down a bit there now, so maybe they found them and have secured them. Maybe they didn't find them and they've given up. I mean, this could be the pretense to another big terror attack in America like September 11. That wouldn't surprise me because I do believe there's going to be some kind of escalation of what's called the war on terror under Trump. And obviously Trump is quite anti-war, so it would take, I think, Trump, quite a major attack on American soil for Trump to really, for example, have a war with Iran or do something else that Israel wants him to do. His relationship with Israel is obviously quite strong, though. I mean, for example, the other day, Donald Trump shared a video by Jeffrey Sachs on his, X page and on his, social media pages. And, Jeffrey Sachs is incredibly critical of Israel. This is why I think Donald Trump makes them all nervous, ladies and gentlemen, all the globalists and the Israelis, because you know why he can be quite supportive of a lot of Israeli stuff. I don't think he will support everything. I think there will be some things that he'll say no to, and these are people who don't like being said no to at all. And if Donald Trump is going to collaborate with the Israelis, it's going to be on his terms, and that's what they don't like. They want him to do as he's told. And as we well know, Donald Trump, that's the last thing Donald Trump likes to do, is to do as he's told, ladies and gentlemen. So if they think they can push him around, I think they've probably got another thing coming, though he will collaborate with them, I guess, when what you would consider suits his agenda. But I imagine there'll be limits to it. So it's interesting, I think, what's happened there. So, the drones, there's other talk that these are Chinese weapons. There was even talk that they were Iranian weapons, that there was some Iranian warship sitting off the coast of America sending these drones in, which sounds like a bunch of Israeli bullshit if ever there was one. There's rumors that these are anti-grav kind of airplanes from China, and that they can essentially zip into America and place a nuclear bomb above the White House, for example. I don't know. It appears to be something secretive because, when they went to the senators didn't really have answers. And no one's ever really come out from the government and said, oh, this is exactly what they are. Donald Trump has made a statement going, look, they know what they are, but they're not telling people. And why don't they just tell people? Oh, well, obviously he's taking office in less than 10 days from now, so he can tell people. I hope he is going to be that transparent with people about what's going on. But it is a great mystery, and I think it's, again, another part of this, all this mischief that's going on in the period I call the interregnum, which is after Trump's win in the election and before he takes office. They've had a 2-month window to create all this drama, and you'll notice they have been, obviously, with these drones, with terror attacks, with this fog. This is mystery fog that people say is a nano fog. You've got the fires in Los Angeles. You've got, chaos in the courts. You've got Donald Trump having to face court this week. You've got a whole bunch of stuff they're still throwing at him. Because I think the way that the globalists and the Zionists will attempt to control Trump is through creating crises. Obviously, COVID was a crisis that Trump had to sort of deal with, and it was sort of thrown at him. And obviously, he probably wasn't an expert on first pandemics, and he probably wasn't an expert on vaccines. So, this is, I think, how they think they will control him, by creating crises, which isn't a good thing. So hopefully Trump can control some of these things from ever taking off, but there may be some that he can't control. So this is what I think we're seeing with the drones, and, that's my thoughts on that, and, I'd love to hear yours. So thank you for listening, and let's keep an open mind about this drone situation.